everyone. This is our regular board meeting. It's August 4th, but this is actually our July meeting because of our forum last month. I'm Ted Del Duca, and I'd like to call this meeting to order. And may I have a roll call?
Lisa Silver.
Excuse me, sorry, present.
Trace Walker. CJ Renaud. Luis Contreras.
Present if you call Luis. Present.
There we go. Okay. Mark Mariak. And Ted Del Duca.
I am present.
Yes, you are.
So let it state for the record that we don't have a quorum, but we will move forward with informational items until our fourth board member does join tonight.
Next up, we have our standing for our Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Next up, we're going to read our mission and vision statements together. Our mission, to develop productive members of society. And our mission,
Helping all students achieve their full potential, caring, supportive, and improved lives.
Oh, yeah,
I cannot,
You have to stop.
but I can do informational stuff.
We could pause the approval of the agenda and I think at least hear good news with
Okay.
Ms. Ryan Matthews.
Here.
And then we'll be on a pause until
Okay.
Trace does
Does
join.
that have to be noted in like a consent agenda or something?
I'm not sure. Amber, I would have to.
Will you keep that straight for me, please?
Yes, please.
If less than a quorum of members is present for your board meeting, no business may be transacted until the quorum is present. That's
it?
That's the rule. You may
We'll take that
adjourn
ruling.
the meeting, but that's according to your bylaws.
Okay, then we can do good news.
We can do good news. Yep.
Good news. And I believe we have with us, because I saw her on the screen, Dr. Ryan.
Yes. Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
Doctor.
Hello. It's great to see everybody today. Thank you so much for having me. I just have a few quick good things to share on behalf of Southern Region today. So for starters, forum was last week, which was amazing, by the way. Our best forum yet, in my opinion. It was amazing. And that really speaks leaps and volumes coming from the Southern, because we have staff that travel 9 hours to get to forum this year. And the feedback from them was it was immensely worth the time that they spent driving. The sessions were fantastic. The organization was on point. They just found it to be extremely valuable. The connection, the teamwork, that family reunion that was talked about, I just really felt a shift in my entire team when we started work on Monday yesterday with just everybody like, let's do this, and that was because of forum. So thank you to everybody that made that event so spectacular, that made it happen. And just made it so valuable. I just found it to be immensely valuable. And so did the whole team. And we traveled quite a ways, so it was well worth that. So thank you for that. The other good thing that also came from Forum, just to kind of brag a little bit on Southern, is that Southern won an award for the highest tested rate for PSAT, SAT, and CMAS testing from April of last year, with over 90% of our students participating in that. So the other 10% was that opt out for specific reasons, but we're actually shooting higher this year, and we're actually aiming to get above that 93% tested rate. So we're really going to try to build up those relationships this year. Our testing announcements have already started. They started this summer, in fact. And so we're definitely really, really strong with this team on the value of that test and the value it is for our school and what that means. And staff are just all bought in and understand how it works. And then they build the relationship with the students, and then the students show up for testing, right? So we even convince quite a number to not opt out, because we do get those. We do get more than 90%, like more than that 10% do want to opt out, but we convince them it's in their best interest as well as ours, and they buy into that. So that was really, really, really exciting. So those are my good things today. Besides that, we're really just rolling with enrollment. So far, we have over 55 students that are from our Toyoak and Ignacio areas, which is our Native American reservation lands. So that's just really, really exciting to just see those partnerships continue to build up. And for the record, too, the Ignacio location, like Ignacio itself, is located 45 minutes away from our Durango site and 40 minutes away from Durango altogether. So those students coming to the site is not necessarily accessible for them. So for years, we've built up a partnership with the Southern Ute Education Center and the Tribal Council to be able to offer impactful in-person services there. So we actually have staff that go out on a weekly basis to meet with students and to build that rapport with those students and literally meet them where they're at, right? We hear go meet students where they're at. We literally do that on a blended level as well as an in-person level with our students. So just empowering those partnerships all around is just something that we're really, really focused on this year in our surrounding rural communities, and just making sure that they have accessible, powerful education. And that comes from goals. So just really, really excited to be here. And thank you so much for letting me share some cool things today.
Any questions? Not hearing any, Doctor. Appreciated being in some of the classes with you at the forum. It was fun.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
You asked some
It was a
good
great
questions.
forum.
And you asked some good questions, and that was I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Next up, we do not have a strategic plan update. No board trading was done. Next up is our officers report, and our chief academic officer is here. Jason?
Yeah.
That's you.
Sure. And we're good to.
Yeah.
I believe so.
We're not voting on anything.
We're not voting on anything,
Okay,
and
great.
it's just informational.
You're just giving us
Okay.
information.
All right. Well, it's pretty simple and straightforward either way. We're in enrollment season. Right now, we're sitting at 4,800 active students. We've got about 518 returners we're still expecting to bring in. And last year, just over 1,500 kids enrolled from this point forward. So the sum of all of that is pointing to right just under maybe 80. So a little bit under our projection right now. So hopefully, we can get things to kick up, and we'll keep pushing for that. So it's not bad, but it's not quite where we'd like to be for enrollment. We'll just keep working at it. Otherwise, enrollments, this is our orientation week. So our orientations are going strong all across the board. Scheduling is happening, and our classes will start on Monday. So the next board we'll start to have academic stuff back again for you.
This is on Monday. Okay, great. All right, keep us posted on that. Next up, we have our Chief Finance Officer. Bree, once again, that's you.
That is me. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board. So this evening, we are covering our pre-audit, unaudited June financials. So bottom line up front here is that we finished the 25-26 school year with a decrease in fund balance of $6,991. On the narrative sheet, thanks, Jamie, we hit 95% of our revenue and our expenses, which I'm pretty pleased about. The reason, if you recall, that we missed our revenue target is because we had planned to use $4 million of our reserves for some capital improvements. As you can tell, based on our spending actuals, we did not utilize all of the $4 million. I do want to just point out that these will be draft and they will change between now and when our audit is finalized. And as a reminder, our auditors will be here in a couple of weeks. So hopefully we will have the audit wrapped at the end of August, early September. So subject to change on our almost $7,000 deficit that we had this year. Other notable highlights, as we've talked about over the last couple of months, we're really closely tracking how we budget and how we spend and where we need to reallocate in the future. So using those percentages, we finished with our salaries at 99% of what we budgeted, and benefits at 99% of what we budgeted. The professional services, kind of as we get lower on this sheet, we have larger variances with budget to actual, and those are just a little bit tougher line items to more accurately project. Professional services, we were 10% below budget, purchasing with purchase property services, and then moving down into other purchase services and our supplies and property, we had a little bit larger variances. But overall, pretty pleased with how the year went and what we were able to accomplish this year with the buildings, with the security improvements, the investment in our infrastructure and leasehold improvements. Obviously, all of our student-facing lines. Pretty proud of all of our budget owners here for utilizing their resources as they did. Nothing notable to report on the balance sheet or the statement of change in fund balance, Mr. President, unless anyone has any questions.
I don't, because we went through it pretty good yesterday. Luis, you were at the meeting?
Yes, sir. We went through everything. Everything was copacetic. Thank you.
So the net change in fund balance is $6.99.
No,
Okay, that's times.
that is in thousands.
Okay.
That one was a little weird for me, but to stick with the theme of the chart that takes millions into thousands, it came out $6.99, but it is $6,991, which I do think we will move a little bit as we chase some of those last 25, 26 expenses, but not significantly.
Because if it was $6.99, we could probably go on the sofas, get the changes falling out of everybody's pocket if you really want to be.
Absolutely.
Funny. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all I have. Thank you.
That's it. Great. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Next up, we have I see what they listed you guys. Chief Information Officer, which is building update.
You're just going to call me Chief Building Guy?
I was going to call you Chief Building Guy, but I wanted to make sure I was following the agenda we set on there.
Thank you. I've worked really hard to get that agenda casted, so I appreciate that.
Very welcome.
Thank you, Mr. President. So quick building update for the board tonight. You can see that we're pretty much done here in building one. We're working on some art. The graphics and design arm of the communications team is currently putting some artwork together for us that we can kind of get some walls kind of taken care of here and start looking like it's a little bit more like our home. So, but we're getting closer on building one. There's an HVAC issue that we're sitting in right now that we're working on clearing that out. And I believe they're coming tomorrow to begin working on the HVAC. Get this site fixed. Building two, that's been open now for about 4 weeks, and the team is getting settled in there. Warehouse is getting unpacked. So building two looks pretty good. It's coming along quite well. The major construction effort right now is the walkway in between the two buildings, which now has the concrete pillars that are sealed down. And more concrete will be brought in. We just got word from the general contractor that we do need to do a little bit of drainage back there, nothing too major. So waiting on a cost proposal on the drainage between the two buildings. Other than that, concrete will start to be poured hopefully later this week, if not early next week, pending what we do with drainage. And then from there, the structure itself begins. So we are still on track to have our grand opening at some point in the middle of September to have the big ribbon cutting for the buildings. Other than that, everything else is on track. If there's any questions, happy to answer them.
I don't have any, not hearing any.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Chief Information Officer.
You're welcome, sir.
Next up is our Chief Executive Officer. Jill, what do you got for us?
Yes, good evening, Mr. President, members of the board. Just a few updates today. So just a quick reminder for all of the board members that next week is already our board retreat. And we do have that slated on August 13th and 14th. And of course, that will take place, that work session and retreat will take place at Hotel Polaris in Colorado Springs. I did send out just a reminder email to all of the board members this afternoon, just with times and kind of what to expect around the logistics and times for meals and arrival and ending time for that retreat. And I look forward to a great, 2 days of work session with the officers and all of the board members. And I'm sure Mr. President has a great agenda planned for our time together. And then I also wanted to give just a quick update on the 26th Forum. I think Ryan already said it well. Thank you, Dr. Matthews. It was a great success. A lot of really good verbal feedback from staff so far. Just really enjoyed the venue, enjoyed the food, enjoyed the company of staff and that family feeling, and also just some really good sessions and a lot of great professional development that took place last week over those 2 packed full days of forum. So of course, a huge thank you to the board for continuing to support in our budget the money that we put towards those 2 days of professional development, because they really are valued by our staff. I also wanted to give the board just a quick update on where we stand with some of the process working with the Department of Education through the RFI that was put out through the JBC. We did receive a survey, which myself and Carla Ash is really leading the efforts to collect all of the data for that survey. We did receive that. We are working through that data and will be providing that response to the district to provide on goals behalf to the Department of Education in completion of that survey. We also are going to continue to move and have open conversations with the Colorado Department of Education. The survey does give us some opportunity to give some explanation to the work that GOAL does throughout the state, but does not really allow for like a good expansion on the work that we do and how we really do that work. So we're going to continue to really push that message to the state and also to the Joint Budget Committee. I do actually have a meeting with Joint Budget Committee members scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. So I'll take some time to do that tomorrow also. Talk about
Teams thing?
It is Teams. Yep. And talk about our model and explain what we do and how we do it. And really I'm hoping to provide more narrative than what has kind of been put out there so far in the state around the amazing work that MDALs do, but particularly what GOAL does is going to be my focus in that conversation tomorrow. And then I did want to remind the board, we are to the beginning of a new school year. This is our first board meeting for the 26-27 year. So that does come with some forms that board members need to complete, which is our board certification form. I am working to put that form into a DocuSign for all of you. And that way I can send it through email. You can review it, check the boxes as they pertain to you and sign that. And it'll be nice and digital. And then you won't have to worry about getting a wet signature paper and finding somewhere to scan that to get it back to me. So I will just send it all through a DocuSign system through Adobe so that you can get those back. We do have to have those back to the district in September. So I'll be sending those out over the next week so we can get all those collected and check in with everyone at the August board meeting to make sure all of those have been turned back into me so we can meet that deadline to the district. And that is all I have, Mr. President, unless anyone has questions for me.
Any questions? Not hearing any. We shall move on.
All righty.
Board member reports. I attended the forum, which I renamed the family retreat.
Absolutely.
That caught fire, and everybody commented me on that. They said it felt like a family retreat. Everybody was, talking about that. And it was kind of neat. I'm pretty much sure we're not going back to the Pueblo Convention Center and that in the future. So let's get that on the calendar and get that place booked as soon as we can. But yes,
Absolutely.
they did a great job. The food was really good.
To do a nice
Facilities were great. We got to get nitpicky on things, but it was a little hot in that one room, which it's hot in this room.
It sure is.
So I think every boardroom, it's just going to be hot. But no, it was nothing. That was, if you had to find something, that was kind of the only thing I could find. I thought Derek's band was pretty good, and I thought they were a lot of fun. It was really kind of cool seeing one of our, is it principal?
Derek's the principal.
Derek's
Yeah.
principal. Derek back there banging on the drums. He was pretty intense about it. It was good. Nice to see people come out of their shell and not just be who we see every day, 8 to 5, or you know what I mean. To bring people down. I think that's where the family kind of thing comes in. You can just tell everybody really respects one another and what they do. The classes, I attended a few. They were good. They were really good. I sat in on the math one, which the math teacher, I believe she's out of Colorado Springs. Is that correct? What is her name? The math guru.
Tosa.
Maybe, yeah. About how, and I really enjoyed how she explained math. How it was just really cool about some of the research that Derek was doing, fit into this stuff. It was pretty impressive. In how they teach the math, where, not just getting the answer, that process, which that's what mathematics is, it's the process. And they didn't really care if you had the right answer. I think for the most part, they really liked seeing the process. That was pretty eye-opening. I enjoyed that one a lot. Anyway, that's what I had on the retreat for the next year. We've come a long ways. We've had a lot of stuff this year, but everybody has stepped up, especially with this new building, management team change. But one person has kind of stepped up just a little farther, stuck his neck out a little farther, and did a lot of things. And I know Jamie hates being called, oh, come on, furniture guy, but or not for the
What are we doing?
chief building guy. So, in my whole lifetime, I don't think I've ever presented an award to anybody.
Wow.
This could be my first award to present to you. I am presenting you
Thank you, sir.
with this award
Thank you.
right here. There it is.
Chief building guy. How about that?
I'm right here.
Thank you, sir.
And there's solid words on there.
Wow.
We're not giving you any more money, but we're giving you that.
This is better than money.
It's priceless. It's absolutely priceless.
It's much better than money. Thank you, sir.
Because-
Thank you all.
And I'll tell you why that's priceless. Tell us why that plaque is so, Jill. Tell us why that plaque is so priceless. Where did that plaque come from?
So, of course, Miss Carla Ash,
Carla.
we roped her into helping us out and getting this plaque made for Eugene.
Thank you very much.
And we know that you have done a lot of hard work to get these buildings to where they are. And it has been a running joke at the board meetings that we all call you Chief Building Guy. So we thought it was appropriate, but really the amazing work you've done.
Thank you.
So much.
Team effort, guys. Really, we've all worked very hard on this together. Thank you
So
for the
we will,
recognition.
we're going to retire that title.
Oh,
Officially.
we have to retire
We're
it.
going to retire it, but it can come back out of retirement at any point. As we move forward. As we move forward. Consent agenda, we can't do anything with that. Action items will have to wait. Informational updates, probably have to wait. Do we have anybody signed up for public comment?
We do not, sir, but you do have a hand up from a board member.
Oh, I have a hand up. Hand up. Lisa. Sorry, Lisa.
Well, Ted, you didn't check to see if any other board members had reports to share, and I had something.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just wanted to mention that my term ends next month, but wanted to let folks know that I would love to continue if you will have me. So if we can just make sure that the vote for that is added on the August agenda.
It will be.
Absolutely.
Yay.
I'm surprised they asked you. We normally just volunteer people, just assign it. You don't get to resign. No, great. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
We appreciate your unique position on things and getting a different perspective on a lot of things, especially when we get feedback from people. You read those letters and those things, and you're very, very detail oriented, and we appreciate that.
Well, you are welcome.
Do you have to be signed up for public comment?
No, sir.
Okay. We welcome public comment. When we get it. Is she with the shed?
She is not. So
Okay.
she did text me at 4:47, said she is dealing with the situation and she would let me know as soon as she was done.
So we do have a couple people here live with us. Why don't you tell us who you are? I told you.
Now you get put on.
Hey, don't do any jokes because I do the jokes. Just kidding.
Good evening, everyone. Elizabeth Freese from Infotech Research Group. We are here this week to work with Jamie, Chief Building Guy, but in a technical capacity in his true role as CIO and supporting his team this week. And I'm joined by my colleague, Jay Kappas. And so yesterday we worked with the entire IT team. And today, through the rest of the week, we are working on a data strategy workshop that will support the team in bringing accurate, timely data to instructional and non-instructional leaders at home.
Oh, sounds pretty important.
Yeah.
A lot of
Nothing but the best for
a lot of big words here, a lot of important stuff.
Chief Building Guy. So we're
Where are you
honored
based
to
out?
be here and
Yeah.
happy to be here. I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
From Houston, Texas.
Okay.
I expected it to be cooler when I got here. You let me down.
Did you get to 107
I
yesterday?
got it. Thank you very much.
You broke a record by 4 degrees. I mean, that's substantial.
Yes.
So,
That's so hot. It was so miserable. It's just so miserable. Well, welcome to your time. Where are you guys? Where do they have you put up? What hotel are you guys staying at?
I'm over at the Hampton. It's in Northwood.
I'm just down the street from her.
Well, welcome to Pueblo.
Thank you.
Have you got him a slopper,
We've been trying.
we've been trying.
a slopper, a grinder? Some shit.
Elizabeth had to bruise
last night.
Oh,
I got a
fun
list.
place.
List of recommendations yesterday, working our way through them
Okay.
last night and through the rest of the week. So not sure that a slopper is going to make it to my plate, but did enjoy some shishito peppers last night. And yeah.
Yes. Now, is one of the things is as long as and you don't have to have the slopper, but it's just important to know what it is
I got a
because that's on the test.
description
That's
from
going to
the
be on the
team.
test.
Okay.
That's always on the final test. Is what is a slopper? Yeah, it's pretty famous dish around here.
It is actually.
Yeah. It gets crazy around here with these restaurants, and it's such a pride thing. I like when the awards come out because then I go start at number one and I go through just to verify they got it right. And everybody has their favorite place.
I noticed that yesterday, a lot of controversy.
A lot of controversy.
That's the
Oh,
best.
He did
spot.
discussion. He did discussion.
It's cactus flower and then everybody else. I just don't
Oh,
know what
cactus flower
controversy is here.
I got
Yes.
cactus flower is so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Thank you, Mr. President. Oh,
Two names for cactus flower.
I'm telling you, and I didn't think of, I was there and normally I just get just whatever Mexican food because you just don't think of that.
I have never had a strawberry. That's
It's
very
so
good.
good.
You're right.
They're using
It's
really
not
good
something I typically.
hamburgers. It's good.
We even have the sunrise slopper with a fried egg on top. Oh, yeah. That's where it's at.
Yeah, we're just getting sandwiches tonight. So it's like too far. Anyway. Such.
I think we're just in a holding pattern, or we can push to the agenda on August 24th if we need to, Mr. President. It's really up to you.
My suspicion is because she deals with kind of like what we deal with. That we don't want her to have to rush to solve a problem to come to just a board meeting. She's probably got a kid that's got some apparel or something.
Yeah.
With this kid, and I think that's the priority for our board to support a board member who's we know I guarantee it's going to be something serious about that. So why don't you let her know that she doesn't need to do anything, and we'll have the attorneys clean this mess up later. Okay.
Yeah, I believe we can talk. We can document that we went through informational.
She gave you a thumbs
Amber, yeah, and then we'll just push
That's our
action
attorney giving you a
items
thumbs up to clean up my mess.
to the August 25th. We'll put all action.
And then we'll
items
just
on
hit those things. And,
Yep. Absolutely.
It'll all be good.
Okay.
Sound good, Amber?
Sounds great.
Okay.
So you do need to just.
Okay. And I will use my executive power to adjourn this meeting. We'll see you guys in a few weeks. We'll see some of you next week.
Sweet.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.